Welcome to the U.S. Soccer Girls Development Academy Spring Showcase, coming to you from Brown Summit, North Carolina. And we're at the U-15 level for this feature match between the Michigan Hawks and the Rain Academy. Mark Cerbo alongside Sarah Chapman. And Sarah, two of the best teams in the country, getting the chance to go head-to-head. This is what the showcase is all about.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. I think maybe different style plays here, but it's going to be a competitive match.
Both teams coming off good results yesterday. It was a 2-0 win for the Rain Academy against Sky Blue PDA with 2 goals inside the first 17 minutes to secure victory. Well, the Michigan Hawks had a really good match against Beach FC. We're trailing 2-1, scored in the 80th minute to secure a draw. So this should be a good one today between two sides with great styles, two sides who are very well known across the countries for the players that they produce. In fact, the Michigan Hawks, since '94, have had at least one team every year play in a national championship. And for the Rain Academy, of course, the academy for the Seattle Rain NWSL side, currently 1-0 at the beginning of the season, now on the international break. But these girls have something to chase at the very top of the pyramid. The Rain Academy coming into today on a 7-game winning streak with 6 clean sheets in that span. No losses here in 2018 and just 1 goal conceded. You'd have to go back to December 7th, 2017 to find their last loss, a 2-0 reverse against FC Dallas in the Florida Showcase. They're coming in first in the Northwest Division with a 13-4-3 record, 41 goals for, and just 18 goals conceded. The 6th best defense in the Development Academy, taking on a Michigan Hawks side that are first in the Mid-America Division with 12-2-6 records, 43 goals for, and just 14 goals conceded. That is the 4th best defense in the DA. So 2 sides that can attack, Sarah, coming up against 2 of the best defenses in the nation.
Hopefully we see a lot of shots, a lot of saves, a lot of tackles. This is going to be an exciting match.
Well, the Michigan Hawks are out on the field. They are in their all-white kits, and the Rain Academy in the familiar all-blue of the Seattle Rain are out there. Of course, the NWSL side, 2-time NWSL Shield winners in 2014, 2015, losing in the final of the championships in both years. So we're underway for this Midwest versus Pacific Northwest battle. And it's the Michigan Hawks attacking to your right who get us underway. The Hawks, who are a team who like to get the ball up to their forwards as quickly as possible. And the Rain will look to counter that with this high press, and they win the ball quickly. And this is Jace Woodward, just in 8th grade, and yet she trained with the first team last week.
That's really what this DA is really doing, is having younger players play an older age group. It's exciting to see.
And it's one of those things so that when these players do make that step up, they're not at all overawed by the occasion. And that's something that Sam Lady, the head coach for this U-15 Rain Academy team and an assistant coach with the first team, said he loves about this program is that irrespective of what team you're on, your DNA is seamless because the training, the philosophy is the same throughout every single team. So when you make that step up, you know everything that's going on. It will be a goal kick for the Rain Academy.
It's good to see them playing short out of a goal kick. You don't always see that often, but they want to play out of the back.
And this is Woodward. Dispossessed. Ball played outside for Gigi Gillette. Young. And headed out of bounds. Be a throw-in for the Livonia side.
They see the Hawks want to keep the ball out of the back. It's just maybe that other center back gets a little bit deeper for the ball not to be so flat across the back line.
Yee stepping in and winning the ball, and Woodward gets it forward. And the offside flag is up against Jensen Linz. Yee and Linz, the two forwards for the Rain Academy, scored the goals yesterday against Sky Blue PDA. It was Yee after just 10 minutes, and Linz following up 7 minutes later. They're not the only ones who can score, though. Their last game before coming to the showcase was a 5-0 victory against La Roca Football Club. 5 different goal scorers.
Oh, wow. And that's what you want to see on a team, though, not just one player scoring. You're having multiple players being dangerous for one team. Makes it hard to defend.
Gillette jumping into the attack. Loses out.
It's a good ball in. Little far, but good ball looking.
And one thing there I think Linz did really well was this time she held her run that last second to make sure she was onside. But exactly like you said, that ball just a bit too far in front of her. Oh, excellent skill. And Keel playing the ball across, and it's opened up here, and it's the
nice
opening
early
goal for the Michigan Hawks. Terrific finish coming in from Ava Keel. Her second goal of the season. And a high press paying off for the Hawks. And it's the Michigan side who take the early lead. Akil stepping in and winning it. And then quick finish beyond the outstretched reach of Niku Purcell.
Akil looked forward, looked up right before she hit that ball just to see where that keeper was, and she placed it perfectly. Keeper was out, she had to be, but there it was, just putting it in the back net and making it look easy.
Woodward will get us back underway for the Rain. What will the response be from the Seattle-based side? It's a team not used to giving up goals. But it's also a team that knows to keep their composure. Still very, very early days here in Brown Summit, North Carolina.
You see, Rain, their back line is really staying deep, giving some good depth to create longer passes just to keep the ball.
This is Lynn St. George. Lefty who loves to get forward at every opportunity. This time the ball will go back to Purcell. Trains regularly with the first team. Sam Laity said she helps to make the first team better. Said she's just not fazed by anything.
No, that's what you want out of a player, though. Another early ball in.
Another challenge for Purcell, rather, but this time she's able to deal with it. Purcell, U-15 international. As you can see, comfortable with the ball at her feet. Sam Laity saying of his goalkeepers that every week she gets a little better, and it seems like each month she adds another layer to her game.
You can see they play through Akers a lot. Just even in the beginning, Akers have gotten the ball a lot in that defensive mid-pocket area. It's just making sure we can get forward then, too.
Akers dispossessed this time around. Looking for the early ball in, well defended on the far side. And Masamoto able to keep it from going out for a corner kick. It'll be a throw-in instead for the Michigan Hawks. 6th minute. Hawks taking a 4th-minute lead through Ava Akil, who's able to strip the defender of the ball and slot it beyond Purcell. Akers with the clearance. Sam Laity saying of her that she sits as a deep-lying playmaker, really dictates the pace and tempo of the game. He wants to get her on the ball a bit more, but for now it's the goal scorer Akil. Playing it forward over the head of Woods. This one skips past Akers. Woodward's there, and this is Akers. Good turn by Woodward. Leaves it off.
Turn work to now penetrate the width. Here we go.
Schoenstatt has 3 players in front of her. Forward for Linz. And getting there first is Ella Young. Young battling for it. Young able to win it. And carries it out of the back.
That's good defensive pressure there. She stayed with her the whole time just to win that back for her team.
Sprink will get it back to her keeper.
You see quickly Mooney and Sprink just really separate to have the keeper be between them to keep the ball. It's good. They just need to keep it.
Akers taken away. And won back by Maddie Mooney. Mooney just getting back from injury. Forward for Yi. And Young shielded away from Yi well. Barry.
Oh, good.
Woodward strips her of the ball, but Barry able to win it back. Barry was the valedictorian of her middle school last year.
Oh, wow.
Yi trying to take on all comers. Young able to win the goal kick for the Michigan Hawks. 9th minute, and the Michigan side have the ball in the 1-0 lead, courtesy of Eva Kiel in the 4th.
One thing I like to see when Yi's in that attack, she kind of was, yes, dribbling on her own, but her players didn't kind of connect with her, and maybe more numbers connected with her can play some balls through combination play on top of that 18 to get a shot off. Good strong header through.
Toomey pushes it forward. Yi battling. And able to get it off. This is Woodward. Slid outside for Schoenstatt. Schoenstatt shaping up to cross. And the keeper quickly out to keep that from going over the end line for a corner kick. Good work from Anna Pierce.
It was a good ball by Woodward, but I do think she could have found that other forward up top, Linz, just slotting her through that left-footed shot. Possibly a dangerous opportunity, but good ball. Good ball forward.
Throw in taken by Masumoto. One back by Barry. Barry over the head of Lewin, and the Reign take the ball back in midfield. Nice turn from Toomey.
Good feet by Akers, playing that ball forward.
Lynn's dispossessed, and Mill gets it up. Sprink will leave it off for her center back partner, Mooney. Out wide for Masumoto. Lynn St. George wants the ball on this near side, and she'll get it. Quickly closed down by Frigerio. Inside for Toomey, who leaves it off for Woodward. Akers has 5 players looking to break the back line. And the ball played over, looking for Woodward, but just too much pace on it. You know, it's an interesting setup because so often you talk about that player that covers every blade of grass and does all the dirty work as often being the number 6, which allows the more creative player to play closer to goal. But here, Toomey's described as covering every blade of grass, and she does that so Akers can play in a deep line playmaker position.
Yeah, you can see Toomey's playing she's kind of creating a little more space width-wise as a attacking mid, and that relies Akers really to do whatever she wants in the midfield.
Kate Toomey, the number 10, was described as covering every blade of grass. And Sam Lady said that she makes the whole team better because her work ethic inspires everybody else to give that much more, whether it be in training or a game. And you're seeing that by the way she's battling here. Gillette able to get it away from her, but only as far as Woodward. And this is Woodward. Has Schoenstatt. Left it off for her in space, but coming away to win that is Benitez. Akil. Off for Woods. Gillette wants to get involved in the attack. And does well to shield Toomey off to keep possession via the throw-in.
It was good that she didn't try to force anything. She didn't really see much, so she just wanted to shield it off, and she knew she'd get that throw in. And now they're going out the other way.
Stooping to head that clear was Sprink. And this is Mooney.
It's a good ball forward.
Over the top for Linz. The flag stays down. Linz one-on-one with Young. Pushes it by her, but can't get it by Pierce. Great reading of the game by Pierce. Seeing that touch was just a bit too heavy and is able to come out and smother it.
I think we really got to see Linz really push that ball through. We started seeing her pace. I don't know if we've seen that yet. And it was just now backline of Michigan Hawks really knows. Now we got someone that has to deal with pace now. It's a great ball forward, though, playing it in.
Toomey. Gigi stepped into the passing lane. And Gigi Gillette unable to keep it in bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Rain Academy. Is this one looking for the run of Woodward? That's a good battle between her and Youngs wins this time around. Young recognized by Top Drawer Soccer as one of the top 50 in the country at this age level.
I was just about to say, Young's and Millis, they seem very confident with each other, who needs to step, who drops in behind. You can see just if there is good communication, you can see it on the field, though, their movement defensively.
Toomey with a good ball in and flying in to make that header was Schoenstatt. You know, one thing I'm really liking about Schoenstatt is she knows when to drift out wide and when to come inside, just as she did here.
It's the hardest thing to defend. It's a great late run.
Schoenstatt, an 0-4 playing up. As Woodward wins the header. Benitez. And Yee will let this run out of bounds for a Rain Academy throw-in.
Rain seemed some success when they really kind of closed them down centrally to win that ball. It's gone out of bounds, so good to give that higher pressure.
Lynn St. George's throw-in. And it seems after a tough first 7 to 8 minutes, the Rain Academy have really grown into this game.
Yeah, they've gotten more comfortable, definitely, and I think the higher pressure as a collective group coming together, they've made Michigan Hawks get offset a little bit. That's what you want.
Akers. Akil took that ball off her, but it falls for Schoenstatt. And Pierce is there once again, and Pierce looks to be hurt, and that was some brave goalkeeping by Anna Pierce.
It was a good decision by Pierce. She had to come out because if not, I believe they would have scored. But here, she reads it well. She comes out strong, and yep, she needed to take that just hard 50-50 ball there.
Well, great work from Anna Pierce. It was a 4.0 GPA at her high school and was also a member of the student council. You could see a leader out of the back as well and not afraid to take one for the team. You could see her smiling about it as well.
And going back to that play quickly, Alex Schoenstatt, she coming in late again to beat the back line. She's going to be that kind of hidden player coming in that the back line's going to have to manage.
So thrown for the Rain Academy to get us back underway as we head into the 17th minute.
So you don't want me to run past this sensor, right?
Mills.
Would have been a good read there.
Gigi Gillette.
And way to work back on that.
And there's that engine from Kay Toomey.
It's probably the second time she's done that now. It's just been explosive.
Yee. Youngs took a great angle on the recovery run.
Didn't panic, defended her well.
Can see why she's rated so highly by Top Drawer Soccer. And the ball landing on a bush. This is a good effort just to get that ball out from Lynn St. George.
You see Yi really likes to have the ball to her feet and shield off a player and to just turn her.
Lewin comes back to win it.
It looks like Rain has really two different type of forwards. Lynn's that can really dynamically run past the back line, and then Yi holding it off, you know, maybe playing those balls on sets underneath to her midfielders.
Millis gets inside for Kalita. This one will come back out to Benitez.
Are you a HQ player? HQ.
That's a good step there.
And played
She
forward
could be.
for Linz, who is offside.
But there it is again. Lynn's is just, she's reading the play and she has pace.
Good work by the AR number 2 out of Iowa, Jake Larson. Referees for this afternoon are James Perryman from Alaska. And on the near side, Stephen Wellen is the assistant referee number 1. Larson, of course, on the far side just put his flag up. And in between the benches is the 4th official, Joshua Escobar from right here in North Carolina. Masamoto pushes it forward for Schoenstatt. Cuts inside of Mills. Was looking for the cross, but a great job to get back and help out on the double team. But it will be at the expense of the first corner kick of the game for the Rain Academy. And it's going to be Lynn St. George who will come over and take it with the left foot from the right side.
And it's always helpful when your outside back, Masamoto, is that first touch is flying into that defender to then just do an easy outside of the foot pass and get around it. Just, you always want that from your outside backs attacking into that final third.
4 players inside the 6.
Left foot.
Is headed away. Lewin takes it out wide and sends it forward, only as far as Schoenstatt. She puts it back into the mix, over the head of Toomey. Pierce misses it, and Toomey gets it onto the left, puts it back across goal. Still might be something on here for the Rain Academy. And this is Woodward. Her shot is blocked. Back up top of the box for Akers. And that shot charged down as well.
It's a dangerous play there. That's a good defensive one. Good step. But Toomey just, she kind of started that, getting that ball first across. Good to see her working hard to get that nice ball across the 6. Just got to get on the end of it and get in the back of the net.
St. George's throwing. Looking for Toomey. And shielded out of bounds by Ella Young.
It's a good decision there. Just let her keeper take a good goal kick.
Young getting her 20th start of the season. Has been invited to multiple national training centers. So many players on both of these teams either on or on the fringes of these youth national teams. That one too far ahead of Lynn St. George, and Gillette will clear. Woods is chasing it down. Woods has Lewin to find in the center. She cuts it back onto the left foot and went for the far post, but Purcell had it covered.
It's good, some good pace on Woods there as well to see her just start kind of dribbling and penetrating the back line.
Woods has 19 goals in 18 games coming into this one. Is 5th in goals and 6th in goals per game across the academy at the U-15 level.
No. It's a later run in.
Lakil looking for her 2nd of the match. Schoenstatt did a good job to come back and help out Masamoto on the defensive end. Forward for Yi, stepping in is Young. Looking inside for Akil, but Akers steps in.
Good technique there.
Lovely skill from Akers. Masamoto. And excellent job to win that back from Akil. This is for Gerio. First touch wasn't what she wanted, but it almost worked out for her. Yi.
There's you setting that ball really nicely into space for her teammate to run onto. Was a little dangerous, but her teammate dealt with it.
And this is Woodward.
Maybe
One backed by Kalita. Forward for Lewin, just a bit too far in front of her. And Barry wins the battle with Schoenstatt. Excellent defending from Masamoto, because that was an excellent turn from Akil. But Masamoto used her body well. Jace Woodward.
Just trying to stretch it again with that long ball. Maybe she could have played centrally back in just to create some more space for the forwards again to the attack.
Good high pressure from Marine Academy. It will be a throw-in for the Michigan Hawks, who dealt with it well. Gillette will take. Beautiful one-touch passing to break out of a tight area.
Finding target forward there, perfect. I don't mind her looking for that late run in to beat that back line. And those late runs will come from the attacking mids. And back lines for both teams will have to watch out for both of those attacking mids doing that.
Purcell. Millis able to head it away from Linz, but unable to keep it from going out of bounds. So a chance for the Reign to get more numbers into attack. And in fact, they're going to go all the way up and make Masamoto come up to take this.
I feel like both teams are now have kind of settled in now. We're in the 24th minute, and it's become more of a battle. And I think in the midfield and the back lines, just of keeping the ball well for both teams.
And what are you seeing in terms of how the Michigan Hawks like to attack when they do have the ball at their feet?
Their possession, but they're direct with their finding all three of their forwards quickly, or two of their forwards, a 4-2-2-2. But it's just they're very quick to win those balls and then play forward compared to Reign.
Millis. Forward for Gillette. Charged down by Yi.
Yi tackles very well.
That's something you can't say about a lot of forwards.
Correct. On both ends, yeah.
And this is Yi. One back by Kalita. Battling with Woodward. Overtaking is Schoenstatt. Toomey getting set to take this throw in. He's actually going to leave it off for Lynn St. George. They're going to say that this was a foul, so they'll leave it on the ground. And Toomey's a threat on set pieces, so Lynn St. George will most likely look to pick her out at the top of the box for a flick on further into the danger area. And there's that ball right at the head of Toomey. And there's the flick on. Schoenstatt battling for it, but it's the Hawks who come away with it. Hawks are flying forward in the 26th minute. And stepping in was Mooney.
That's good defensive, making sure not panicking, just dropping as a unit, and then when that ball went through, they could pick it off. It was good. Good defensive pressure there.
This is Mooney again. Akers. Patient build-up play from the Reigns, number 12. Inside for Toomey. Sprink. Mooney. And good work by Akil on the far side. Unfortunate handball, but it's that kind of pressure from her. You see, the last time she won it higher up, it led to a goal.
Yeah. I think Michigan Hawks is now figuring out to put somebody more defensively on Akers, and that's, I think, changed some things.
Pierce bravely off her line. Could be in trouble here as Woodward tried to play it over all the bodies in the box and couldn't get it to dip in time. But an excellent opportunity. The best chance for the Reign to find the equalizer. But it remains 1-0 in favor of the Hawks in the 27th minute. Gillette is being policed by Toomey.
It's good patience by Gillette, though, keeping it, just waiting for someone to get underneath her for her to play her. And then they get out of it.
Mooney is over, and she'll guide it back to her keeper. This is Purcell.
To be honest, I mean, if you look at the East River,
Niku Purcell.
he actually tried to make East River. But the biggest problem that he has is the way they're coming.
And they patiently
Strong
wait
win
to
from
stop.
Gillette.
Yep. Gillette patiently waits. She knows her team is set defensively, and when they know they can pick it off, they go and tackle.
Schoenstatt. Into the channel looking for Yi, but Millis is there. There'll be another thrown for the Reign Academy.
Seen Millis, though, dropping a little bit quicker now with that longer ball that Reigns looking for, because Linz has some good pace on her, and that's good to see that adjustment Millis has made.
Woodward battling on the far side, but Barry ushers it out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Hawks.
I have to say, Reign is really starting to step it up, and they're really trying to offset the defense and get that ball in quickly. Okay.
Sprink will win the free kick in midfield.
A little bit of contact there.
We want to play it quickly and almost got him into a bit of trouble.
Woods, she secretly reads things really well there. Oh.
1-0 in the battle of two first-place teams in their respective divisions. The Hawks 7th overall in the DA and the Reign Academy 9th.
Akers forcing that switch a little bit. Maybe she could have just found deeper to that outside back there instead of forcing that play.
On the half-hour mark in Brown Summit, North Carolina, 1-0 the Michigan Hawks lead through an early goal from Ava Akil coming in the 4th minute of play, dispossessing the defender and slotting home to give the Michigan Hawks an early lead. And they're looking for more here. It's a determined run from Lewin. And that pass just a bit too far ahead of Woods. And it comes back to Niku Purcell. The U-15 international puts her foot on the ball. And the Reign Academy will look to build out of the back.
And that's where Hawks is they're gonna be successful there, patiently waiting to see what pass goes out of the back. It's kind of hurt the Reign, but they just got to complete those passes or maybe play the next line instead of just right into the outside back.
A good job by Benitez to come over and cover. Aaron Benitez has been with the Hawks since 2014, winning a state cup with them 2 years later. Another of these many Hawks who's been invited to compete at the national training centers. If that's not enough, she also has a 4.0 GPA and was a two-time basketball MVP at her middle school.
It's good to see some of these athletes playing other sports as well. It's good for their vision on the field.
And the space is open up here for Masamoto. Has two to
Great
pick out in the middle, and it goes behind both of them. Gillette will bring it out for the Hawks in the 32nd minute. Forward for Woods. Well stepped in by Sprink. I'll check that Mooney.
And there's Sprink just getting deeper because, yep, she knows she's getting the ball either by the second pass or the third pass. It's good to see.
Mooney for Masamoto. We'll get it right back.
Oh, could that maybe be just a feet there instead of trying to forcing that longer ball?
Akers
And now she's in.
splits the defense, looking for Yee, but coming to the top of her box to claim is Anna Pierce. Pierce has made some sensational saves in this game.
She's playing a high line. She needs to with Rain playing those bigger balls up top.
Akers. Clipped in by Lynn St. George. And good double team coming over from Jace Woodward. Sam Laity saying of Jace Woodward that she's so composed and cerebral that she sees a pass or a run that others don't. And that's one of the biggest compliments you can give to a player.
Yeah. Vision of a player, it's hard to come by sometimes, but you can teach them in training, but sometimes it's just on the field, they just see it, they feel it. Again.
Akers dispossessed by Woods. Played in the center, and this time it's Purcell's turn to come off her line.
I think that's a good ball Purcell's playing into Akers. It's just Akers she needs to know that pressure, reading it, with her shoulder, and maybe just playing that ball back quickly instead of getting caught in possession there. That could be a foul.
And this time Akers does win the foul.
That's what you do want to draw too. If you know they're playing into her feet, okay, secure it, cushion it, and maybe now they're going to foul you.
Akil wins it off of Mooney, but it's out of bounds for a throw-in. .40-minute halves at the U-15 level. So just 6 minutes left, plus whatever stoppage time deemed necessary by the referee. One back by Akers. Barry is able to stab it away from her.
It's a good body there. Nice and simple. She wanted to look big, but then she went simple there.
Masamoto. Schoenstatt let it run, and Millis makes the clearance.
It's nice to see now this later half. Rain has really put more numbers in the attack, where I think that first 10 minutes they were sitting back a little too much. So it's good to see them now stretching the ball longer with numbers in the attack.
So it'll be Masamoto's thrown in the 35th minute. Schoenstatt. We'll go the other way. Final 5 minutes of the first half. Barry hit off of her last. The Rain Academy creeping further and further forward via the throw-in. It's another one for Masamoto. This time she goes inside. Woodward
Good skill
slips
there.
by one and is crowded out in the end. Forward for Akil. Unable to turn Masamoto. Masamoto making her way toward the end line, and she wins another throw-in for the Rain Academy.
I like that decision Masamoto made. It looked like she almost wanted to cross it, but driving the line, always trying to see if you can drive the line and then shoot it across that 6-yard box. And now she earned herself a throw-in.
Now it's Woodward's turn.
Earned her corner. Good.
Second corner kick for the Rain Academy as they look for the equalizer before halftime. It'll be Lynn St. George coming over to take. Toomey, the danger woman, stationed right at the top of the 6, just across from Anna Pierce in the Michigan Hawks goal. This will be an in-swinger from the far side. It's a good ball, just over the top of the crossbar. and lands on the net.
Toomey was ready.
And those are dangerous because, as we saw, looking at halftime of the other game that we were doing, Mexico scored what looked to be an Olympico against the U.S. So you never know when that ball comes in. Akers wins the header with authority. Promptly sent right back the other way. This is Woods trying to feed it through.
Good pace,
And a great save as Purcell robs Lewin of the second goal for the Michigan Hawks.
Purcell read that really well to come off her line and then get that leg touch just to have a great save. I think that back line of Rain got caught. They got caught kind of flat, and then good pace from Lewin getting through.
Schoenstatt. Guided out of bounds by Millis. Akers. Masamoto. Mooney.
Good little turn.
Nifty footwork from Akers. And a nice reverse ball looking for Schoenstatt. And it will stay with the Rain Academy. As there's that ball through, and good speed from Lewin to get on the other side of Sprink. But Purcell coming quickly and cutting down the angle.
She read that very well. Akers is interesting to watch because she really is kind of a freelance player. Yes, you want her in that pocket defensive mid getting the ball from her back line, but then she really kind of gets wide to receive from her outside backs and create some great opportunities.
And on cue, here she is on the ball, getting it out wide, getting it back. Steps by Barry, skips past another challenge, puts it into the
Great
danger
ball
area, and
across.
Schoenstatt, it was just behind her.
And there it is, perfect example right there. She's the one crossing it.
And if Schoenstatt doesn't have to reach back for it, that's the equalizer.
Yeah, maybe time that run a little bit later, and then I think she would have buried it.
Into the final minute of the first 40, and a goal kick for Anna Pierce. Straight at Linz. Is able to deflect it over to Yee, and it's cleared out for another throw in for the Rain Academy.
I didn't think Linz thought she was getting it right away. 'Cause with her pace, that could have been really dangerous, her winning that ball.
Woodward, smacked away by Young. Two number 12s battling for it. And it's Akers,
Her technical
somehow
ability.
able to get out of traffic. Lewin. Out wide for Gillette, can't get there in time. Is there enough time for one more attack for the Rain Academy? Mooney out wide for Masamoto. Into first half stoppage time. One back by Barry. Over the top, looking for Lewin, who's trying to split the center backs. Quickly shut the door.
Oh, that's a great
Yee
ball. on the
asking
right
for
side.
it forward. Yee on the other side of Young. It's Yee for the equalizer. It's Pierce to the rescue.
Great run by Yee, and just the ball through that texture was phenomenal on the proper side of the other defender. It's just maybe Yee looked one more time up, and then she could have maybe seen how high Pierce was and just put it right over her right before the half.
A huge save right at the end of the half to keep the Michigan Hawks in a 1-0 lead. What were your thoughts on the first 40 minutes, Sarah Chapman?
Michigan right away came out strong and got that early ball. They saw that the back line really, for Rain, want to play out of the back, and they just kind of were baiting them in to play into the central player, and then they won it, and that has been really successful for them. But then Rain kind of switched it up. They changed their pace, got more numbers in the attack, and now I think Rain is really on the heels of getting the ball in the net.
It's 1-0. The Michigan Hawks leave the Rain Academy at halftime. We're going to step aside, but we'll be back with you for the final 40 minutes here on USSoccerDA.com. 1-0 as we get ready for the second half. And taking a look at the first half highlights, and there were plenty of them. Ava Keel starting the scoring right away in just the 4th minute, dispossessing the defender and dispatching the ball beyond Purcell for the game's only goal. And then the Hawks wanted more, but the shot straight at the keeper. The Rain Academy, though, had their chances, as flying in was Linz, but flying off her line was Anna Pierce, and then the header just wide from Jace Woodward. Correct that, Schoenstatt. And then another opportunity, this time off the corner kick, but it was headed away by the Hawks. And Purcell did a great job in goal for the Rain to keep it at just 1, but Pierce was stellar at the other end for the Michigan Hawks. And this perhaps was Purcell's best moment of the game, coming out, making herself as big as possible and stretching to make that save. And then Schoenstatt putting that one over after some great build-up play. And Yee denied by Pierce once again. Pierce had a stellar 40 minutes in goal, and she's a big reason why the Michigan Hawks have a 1-0 lead, as we are all set for the final 40 minutes in this U-15 matchup between the Michigan Hawks and the Rain Academy. And it will be the Rain to get us back underway. Mark Serber alongside Sarah Chapman, head coach at Everett University. So glad you can join us here on US Soccer DA.com for this showcase match.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I think this match so far has been good. Michigan Hawks have played direct in a good way, and they've found the back of the net early. And here they're coming with good pressure as well, and hopefully they can get another one.
Masamoto unable to turn. And one of the many second half subs coming in is Ali Marin. And she's able to cause trouble, get that ball into the box, but it's a goal kick in the end.
But there's Hawks almost getting a corner with the first, 10 seconds of the match, of the second half.
You have to love, though, the fact that even though they're under such high pressure, the Rain Academy will not stray away from their principle of building the ball out of the back. They only know that by being under pressure in this game situation that they can get better at it.
Yeah, and that's where you need to do it here. You need to do it when they're young and developing and sticking to what they want to do as a team and program.
This ball won back. And the long boot. Young intervenes. One back by Marin. Ali Marin is the captain of the U.S. futsal national team. Has traveled to places like Costa Rica representing the Stars and Stripes. And such a great way to build skills. In fact, the U.S. Soccer Development Academy in the winter has a futsal period.
It gets you confident on the ball with every single touch in futsal because every touch matters. So we'll probably see how tricky she is on the ball.
Mooney gets it back to her keeper. And that high pressure paying off once again for the Michigan Hawks. Hawks coached by Adil Salmoni, who's an engineer by trade. Started coaching in grad school, and as he put it, coaching went from a hobby to a passion. He's been with the Hawks for 10 years. He's also a member of the U.S. coaching staff as well. And you can see what he's done with this Hawks side. In fact, the Hawks said that they took a look at the Development Academy on the boys' side 10 years ago and saw the rewards of it. And so even before, obviously, this being the first year of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy on the girls' side, they switched to a 10-month season. The Hawks did 6 years ago to replicate that.
Well, it's just nice to see the boys and the girls, they're mirroring each other now, both being in the academy. And here's good pace by Woods. Well defended by Sprink. And then getting that ball back. Just good soccer. Ooh. See what she wanted to do there. It was a good idea, just a better ball out.
Frigerio laying that one off in the corner. Oh, that ball stopped before it went out of bounds, and now it's a chance for Steer. Steer trying to create a half yard of space. In the end, crowded out, and it'll be the Rain Academy to go the other way.
I think Steer there could have just stayed forward and maybe try to get a strike on that ball.
Goodson wins it back on the far side.
But here's Michigan Hawks again, getting a throw and getting the attack. They've come out strong this second half so far.
Goodison, one of 5 substitutions made by the Michigan Hawks at halftime. Rated very highly, a member of the Region 2 team. And one of those players that is thought to be on the fringes of a possible call-up.
Is that really thinking outside the box? How
Good little ball to push past her.
It's a good battle between Schoenstatt and the defender. Schoenstatt wins the free kick.
It's good to see some battle into play here. They're not shying away from the tackle or from the physicality, and it's good to see at this U15 level. Good ball in.
The Hawks able to scramble it clear. Pushed right back in by the Rain. Toomey with the flick on, but the offside flag goes up as Yee came back from an offsides position. This is Schuler.
Ooh, maybe that could have been on the other side of that defender to get her player through.
Masamoto. Akers.
from the greatest city there is?
Mooney gets it back to her keeper.
If you're wondering.
Purcell leaves it off for Sprink.
That's not
Barry.
compliment in any way either.
Her shot was deflected.
Nice to see Barry face up, though, just to attack that midfielder to see if she could play a penetrating pass through. Just needed to play it a little bit quicker. Oh, great set in. And can she find that third player?
Nice cut from Akers.
The Rotherham taxi thing.
Out wide for Lynn St. George.
Traffic
Back in for Akers.
I think it's been successful with Michigan Hawks now kind of putting someone on Akers. Great save and catch.
Purcell with a flying save to deny Marin. And once again, they look to keep the distribution short.
Yep. Center back's really low and deep to receive the side-to-side passes, which it works. It's good. And then they find the good ball, hopefully. There you go. Get it back to feet. Good.
Marin did well to step into that one. Purcell had it covered all the way.
Good ball by Toomey to find her with.
That's Akers looking to lead the charge for the Rain Academy. Over for Masamoto.
I like that big ball switch. You don't always see that in female soccer players' games, but it's a good ball.
The space is open up for Schoenstatt in the channel. Young is over. Schoenstatt pushes it past her. Played to the back post. And missing it is Yee. Wonderful work from Schoenstatt as she flew by the challenge of Young and put it across goal, and Yee just unable to get proper contact at the bat stick.
Here's this replay. Schoenstatt gets right through. And just this touch here is perfect. Perfect timing on it. Backwards into that 6, and just got to finish it maybe with that right foot leading her body into it, but way to be there.
4 Rain Academy players have made their way to the center. So we expect to see multiple substitutions in a few moments. In fact, now they've come back to Coach Sam Lady to get final thoughts and some final instructions before heading back out there.
good to see Masamoto right now creating space wider and wider because she knows she may get it. Opens that body up, hopefully.
Here she is.
Defended that well.
Barry. Marin.
Ooh.
Hits off of Mooney and falls kindly for Masamoto. Nice combination between the two. But it's won back by Schuler. Barry. And the foul will be called against Alexandra Schoenstatt, but it looks like she got the ball to me.
Yeah. But it's nice to see Barry likes to, when she has the ball at her feet, face up and look at the goal. And here she wants to cut it back a little bit, but she's still facing the goal to see what she can play. And she did get that ball there, so.
And here comes the substitutions for the Reign Academy. Ashlyn Kilborn has entered the match. Schoenstatt has come out. And she'll be replaced by Addie Ferris. Claire Kohler also entering the match. Kohler started as a forward and has since been converted to a fullback.
Mark, that often happens. Technical ability as a forward, and maybe you want it as, in the playing as an outside back, so you get into that attack. You're the one crossing, so then that forward can get into the box to finish that ball. So it's always very common for a forward to become soon an outside back and still kind of do the same job.
Well, it's a gorgeous free kick. And the whistle had gone, but that ball going just a bit wide of that far post.
You see quickly Reign is getting in the positions, their starting positions well to receive the ball and pass it where they need to be.
Being replaced by number 14, Mia Ammons. Number 15, Addie Ferris.
That's great defensive pressure there.
Kohler, and number 6.
And here you see the flick on the head. Oh, just shy of that post there.
This be another throw in for Mia Schuler. Second half sub gets it in. Woodward stripped of the ball by Barry.
There's Barry again, just facing up, looking to see what she has forward. Good ball out wide.
It's played across and steer.
With
It's
a nutmeg. There's that long ball forward in. It works for Michigan Hawks. They do well.
Brooke Steer with her 11th goal of the season and her second in as many games has given the Michigan Hawks a 2-0 lead.
Great ball in, and then she plays it through.
Michigan Hawks goal, number 8, Brooke Steer.
Brooke Steer, another player ranked in the top 150 by Top Drawer Soccer. Also, a Michigan State champion in the 55-meter hurdles.
Oh, look at the finesse of that ball through. She hooks it a little, nice, and now there's a corner. Good reaction by
Well, that's a good
sorry.
response.
Yeah, response, sorry.
And it's the third corner kick of the game for the Reign Academy as they look to halve the deficit in the 53rd minute. It'll be an in-swinger from the near side. Played to the back corner of the 6 and unable to get her header back across goal was Akers.
She's also so strong in the air. Definitely a target for set pieces, corners, Akers there.
So it'll be a goal kick for Sam Pendleton. Came on at halftime to replace Anna Pierce. Pendleton's been with the Hawks since 2013. Schuler. The goal scorer, Steer, was looking for Woods, but this one will go all the way to Purcell.
It was a good look forward, but maybe it could have been nice skimmed onto the ground because Woods would have been right through splitting those two center backs.
Barry gets there first. Leaves it off for Steer. Working on Kohler. And just running out of real estate on the near side, so it'll be a throw-in for the Michigan Hawks, who have a 2-0 lead in the 54th minute. Akil in the 4th minute, Steer in the 51st. Kohler's throwing. Barry.
It's a good ball across. Maybe she finds her outside back there.
Akers will be whistled for the foul. Well, flying in to win that first ball was Mooney. And Lynn St. George was able to hit it off the Hawks defender, so it'll be a throw-in for the Reign.
You always want your center backs willing to sacrifice their body in the air to win that ball.
Barry's been excellent in the midfield for this Michigan Hawks side.
She's been really active in the middle defensively and offensively. I think a lot of things sparking for Michigan Hawks is offensively is through Barry.
Akers. Well, it's a silky run from Akers. She's waiting for the runners. Now she tries to thread it through, and just not enough pace on that ball. Was looking through the run of Addie Ferris and just couldn't find her.
But Akers dribbling through 2-3 players and still almost connecting. It's what you want out of your midfielders. Just a little more pace, like you said, Mark.
Kohler able to catch up to it.
That's good by Millis there.
Ferris with the throw-in. Into space for Woodward. Woodward picks her head up, slides it across, and they've pulled one back.
It's a quick throw in. Millis was caught kind of higher than she probably wanted to be, connected with her back line, and then it was a great ball across for a one-time finish.
It was Kate Toomey arriving.
Toomey, on every side of the ball, it seems. She gets back very well defensively, and then the attack with that late perfect run that you try to teach your attacking mids and forwards to do.
Toomey with her 7th goal of the season. And it's game on once again in Brown Summit, North Carolina. Michigan Hawks 2, Reign Academy 1. And so many players, I think, Sarah, would have looked for that first runner, and instead Jace Woodward had the presence of mind to pick her head up and see that run being made late by Toomey and played it into the space of her rather than trying to force it in across the 6.
Yeah, it looked like she looked up for that last minute for her cross, and that's what you want. You want you to pick out the proper player in the box to finish it.
And here she is wreaking more havoc on the wing again, but it's put over the bar by Addie Ferris.
And here she is taking a great first touch. Oh, great cut back, and then just keeps it on her left foot and really, flying into it a little bit more instead of leaning back. I think that would have been in. She knows it.
Well, Jace Woodward has been placed a bit further out wide here in the second half, and it's starting to pay real dividends for the Reign Academy. Great cut from Mooney. Now Mooney being traced by Steer. We'll get it back to her goalkeeper, Niku Purcell. Seattle native gets it out wide and gets it right back from Lynn St. George. Over to the far side for Masamoto.
I really like when Reign they really try to find the higher player in that line, set the ball back, and then play that ball back up. They're finding feet better this, I think, second half in doing that. And so they're sticking to what they know, and it's really working out their sharpness of passes. And there's that high pressure again.
Ferris with the win. Played forward for Woodward, who's popped up on the other side.
Yeah, Woodward seems to be wanting to get the ball wide and then creeps in centrally. It's good dynamic, different runs. Good ball wide.
Now Kohler venturing into the attack.
Not afraid to take her on, what you like to see out of an outside back.
That's tremendous defending from Schuler.
She made it look easy.
Mooney. Sprink was unable to find Mooney, and it will be a throw in for the Michigan Hawks.
Steer kind of started that high pressure there and getting another reward for a throw-in. Both teams, it seems, have picked it up the second half with their intensity.
Schuler gets it inside. Barry looking for Marin. Just out of her reach, and it'll be a throw-in for the Rain Academy. On the hour mark at McPherson Stadium in Brown Summit, North Carolina. And we got a good one here on USSoccerDA.com. The Michigan Hawks with a 2-1 lead over the Rain Academy, but the Rain are threatening. It's Woodward. Has Toomey outside. Toomey drags it across the face of goal. It falls for Woodward. Woodward creates some space, but can't get it beyond Sam Pendleton in the Michigan Hawks goal.
And there's Woodward again, just creating dangerous opportunities. Either she got through a 2v1 situation, getting sandwiched, and then played a nice ball out to Toomey, and then was right back into the box.
And this time it was Toomey coming out wide, and she looked her provider after scoring the first goal. And Woodward just unable to get that toward the far post, and Pendleton was well positioned.
Yeah, but the same person also recruited Cameron Tanner, so. Who did he score against? Newport County.
Love that one touch centrally. It just shows the confidence. They know where their midfields are to play that ball in one time.
Amans leaves it off. And sprayed over to this near side for Kohler. She's shown her ability to get forward, and she'll have another opportunity here. Kohler driving at the midfield, unable to get it out wide for Woodward. And that opens up the space for Steer on this near side, but she ran out of bounds.
Oh, they called it good.
There's a dead snake where?
Mooney. Both of these teams will have a day off tomorrow. Michigan Hawks will finish the showcase against Top Hat, while the Rain Academy will take on the Cincinnati Development Academy, who we saw yesterday here on USSoccerDA.com.
Michigan Hawks, they're doing well, just keeping this in that middle third, not getting beat by a back line right now by the Rain, and just making them throw the ball in a few times. Maybe they can win it back and get them offset and get into the attack quickly. It's been successful for Michigan Hawks.
Lane St. George comes off, and she'll be replaced by Makeda Clemens to make her 20th appearance of the season. Toomey getting some instruction from Sam Lady. Kilborn, Akers.
Oh, if someone could have been defending with her, might have won that ball.
Woodward gets inside of Schuler. Picks her head up. Still going Woodward, and that's great defending from Millis.
Woodward also has some great pace up top that, that first touch that she gets to really can beat that back line, and then she looks up quickly to see what she has.
The assistant referee has put his flag up. I believe it was for a foul throw, so it'll go the other way with Claire Kohler. Kohler plays it toward the corner. Cleared right back to her feet. Steps by one, sidesteps another, and wins a corner kick for the Rain Academy. Fourth of the game for the Seattle side.
Good to see Kohler just really kind of fight through that to, if she couldn't get a cross off, earn a corner kick for her team. You see Michigan Hawks are sending everyone back. Oh, well, no.
Sent into a crowded penalty area,
Great stuff by
and Pendleton has full command.
Just came out well, secured the ball. It's what you want from your keeper there.
It was a good service from Toomey. There's just some massive bodies in there, but you love a goalkeeper who's in complete control, and Sam Pendleton was on that occasion.
Just showed a lot of confidence. Backline then knows my keeper's coming out to retrieve that ball.
It's a nice turn from Marin. Overlap from Schuler, a player that head coach Adil Slimani said has made tremendous strides this season.
I think Schuler could have taken that outside back. Just drive it down the line, see what could happen there instead of that early cross there.
Inside the final 15 minutes from Brown Summit, North Carolina. The Michigan Hawks with a 2-1 lead over the Seattle Reign. Reign looking for the equalizer. Woodward, ball bounces over her, and Schuler will be whistled for a foul and given a yellow card to boot.
I think she extended her hands there, push her down there. It's a good call by the referee. Just Michigan Hawks, their back line, they got to watch a little bit more to drop quicker for when Reign does those quick counterattacks, just to be able to cushion depth to win that ball back and not get caught flat.
Well, it's Toomey who's over the set piece. They're camped out just to her left. It's definitely in shooting range. Not what might try and clip it to that top corner of the 6.
I'd like to see her take a nice shot, whip it in. We'll see, though.
Toomey. Nothing doing in the end, and it will be a goal kick for the Michigan Hawks.
Maybe she was looking to hit the far post there. Someone running in.
Maya Schuler.
This will be a goal kick for the Northville, Michigan native. That one skips beyond Kilborn. Steer picks her head up. Plenty of Hawks players pouring forward.
I think Steer could have just held it on a little bit longer and then found someone to feed, because they had numbers forward, just didn't have to do that big ball and force it.
Maddie Mooney. Masamoto.
Good composure back there.
Played inside for Ferris. Young with the interception, but it'll be a throw-in for the Reign Academy. So we head toward the final 12 minutes of regulation. 5th corner kick of the game for the Reign.
Yeah, you can feel them really getting down in the final third and really trying to find a way to get another goal here. Hawks doing a zonal defense there.
4 players crashing the box, 3 already stationed inside the 6, to the near post and headed away. And now the break could be on. Akers takes command in midfield. Played in the corner. And Young gets there before Amans.
I think the Hawks have really defended well against Akers in this second half. We haven't really seen her get the ball as much as she did in the first half, where she played a lot of balls through and seemed it past the back line.
Clements, stripped of possession. Akers wins it back, but it's sent the other way. A chance could be on here. The player goes down. It'll be a free kick.
Rain's lucky there. They kind of got caught there with two girls going for the ball, and
this has to be a yellow card. And it will be for Claire Kohler.
it's a good call again by the referee. And see here, it's a great first touch, and she got clipped in the back there. Some people sometimes call it a smart foul there, just because I don't know, it would have been a very dangerous opportunity for Woods there.
So Kohler goes into referee James Perryman's book in the 70th minute. Young teases it into the mix. Cleared after a bit of head tennis, only as far as Barry.
And that was Mooney clearing it out. She's so strong in the air.
Woodward gets back to take it away from Scholler. Has to shield her off. Marin. And there's that futsal background. Woodward on the double team. Makeda Clemens comes back to help win it for the Reign.
Good ball to clear and into the target's feet. You just want her to hold it a little bit better, or right into Toomey's feet there.
Good skill from Avery Kalita to turn. And she'll get it forward. And then coming back to plug the gap is Sprink.
It's a good defensive win there because Woods was behind her.
Inside the final 10 minutes of match day 2 in this showcase.
You see Rain trying to stretch it a little bit more with the longer balls. I think if they just keep sticking with good balls into their forwards' feet, people underneath them, and playing them in and getting width and crosses, it's been successful for them.
Young has floated in some delightful balls deep from these free kicks. An opportunity for the Hawks
See if
to stretch their lead.
she can get this right between that back line and the keeper, so keeper has to stay. Oh, got to beat those defenders there, but find someone.
Well, it's fallen to Steer. Poked away. Steer still battling for it. And it goes off her last, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Reign Academy.
You can tell.
The referee is pointed the other way.
Oh, yeah. Steer's a hard worker on the ball as a forward, and you always want that work ethic. Just fighting through to try to find, even if it's not a good ball, just finding the ball from that outside back to get her.
Kata Clements with the throw-in. Headed away by Schuler. Pushed into the path of Ferries. Fair still chasing. Hooked away. Marin brings it down on the chest.
That was a good turn by
Kilborn
Barry.
battling for it. Great shielding by Barry. But Kilborn able to win it. Woodward's there as well, and Woodward wins the free kick.
There's definitely some more fouls going on right now. I think just near the end of the match, it's really trying to get another goal on both ends.
And John Perriman just making sure that Barry's okay.
And here's Barry, she holds the ball onto it well, and then it kind of got away from her, but she's been very good at shielding the ball this game.
Good work by the referee, James Perriman out of Alaska, just calming everybody down. And the free kick will actually go the way of the Hawks. Mooney's pass Intercepted, but she's able to get it back. Oh, and now in trouble here. And that'll be a get out of jail free card. And Purcell didn't like that. It's bundled into with a hard charging Frigerio. Frigerio did so well to put her under pressure.
Yeah, there you just got to get that ball instead of that player, because I think if she got that ball, she would have beaten that keeper right away to get in the back of the net there and seal the win.
Frigerio was out for most of the fall season with a broken foot, and the Michigan Hawks so happy to have her back, and you can see the impact that she's making.
She kind of sneak attacks you with her pace. You don't see it right away, but when she wants to get going, she's going.
A couple of people in the crowd thought that should have been a corner kick, but the ball stays in.
It's great to see this age group just having such great foot skill here and dynamic on the ball, pushing it forward, using all different surfaces of the feet to play proper passes.
And it's a beautiful build-up out of the back. Woodward shaped out wide, coming in, pulls it back across. Still might be something on here for the Rain Academy. A heavy challenge to get that ball clear. Steer looking to turn. Makeda Clements. Woodward. She's been a real danger down the right-hand side. But it's a 2-on-1 going the other way.
It's a good early ball in. She has time to
This is
settle
Sam
it.
Woods.
For Sprink, way to track back and really help her keeper there for Woods to miss it. Great early ball. She sees that great vision. Here's Woods having a great first touch. She looks up. Maybe she gets it off a little bit sooner. That's just for Sprink to get back that quickly.
And then Sprink, like any good defender, and she didn't touch it, but whether you touch it or not, nope, it didn't go off me. Another opportunity could be on here. Steer puts it across and almost deflected in as an own goal, but it will be the first corner kick of the game for the Michigan Hawks as we head inside the final 4 minutes of the 80.
And Purcell, she still covered it here after that slight deflection to make sure it didn't go in here.
Tremendous footwork, though, from Steer to open up that space for herself. So it'll be an in-swinger from the near side. Doesn't beat the first defender at the near post, and Barry drags her shot wide.
I don't mind Barry trying that first time hit. She's been pretty dangerous and active player for the Hawks here in the middle. Top of the 18, you never know what can happen.
Barry's only been with the club 3 years and has already won 2 Michigan State Cups.
Oh, wow.
You can see why such an integral part. That time just unable to direct her shot on target as the Hawks are looking for that goal to put this game away.
Oh, good feet there. Oh, good read there by Steer.
Steer's been so impressive since coming on, and as it stands, she has the game-winning goal.
She really tracks back defensively.
Clements. I love the fact that even though it's inside the final 3 minutes, they're still working the ball around, patiently building out of the back. So it's been their MO, the Rain, and now they get it forward. Ferris is chasing. Ferris able to track it down in the corner. Off for Woodward. Woodward slides by one, shimmies past another, puts it into the danger area, and it's wrestled away.
And there's Toomey again, finding a way to get herself on that ball. And Woodhall, good feet there and to get that ball off. Just
Woodward
good technique.
has been such a menace down this right-hand side. He's put in so many dangerous crosses. Toomey with the corner kick. Pendleton comes out. She missed it, but the header is over the crossbar.
Hard collision there. Good to see that many defensive players getting up in the air for the ball. It's just sometimes you want to get the ball, though. Oof.
It was Mooney
It was
who
it was Mooney. She is strong.
bondled her way through, yeah.
She's a strong player in the air, and that's what you want. You want your center backs on both ends flying through to either score a goal or get the ball out. It's Barry keeping it simple again.
Toomey. Akers. Kilborn wants it.
Just a little too long there for Akers. And there's Barry's great technique, and there's a counter.
It's a 3-on-1 going the other way.
She could play early.
Can Barry pick her head up? She elects to go at it herself. And even though it doesn't go in, more time will bleed off this clock as we're inside the final 45 seconds of regulation. Barry, though, has been a tiger in midfield in this game.
Yeah, and she just there. I think she could have played the ball early. Just to one of those players, one of them would have gotten it with the early ball across. And still, I like that she's trying to shoot the ball too. It's good to see from attacking mids.
A chance could be on here. Amans, still going Amans, and it's Young who comes away with it. Who else?
Yeah, strong
She's
defender.
been a titan at the back, Ellie Young.
It's a 1v1 situation. I would put that ball behind that back line as well. Good luck. I just don't think Steer was looking for that ball just yet.
There will be 2 minutes of stoppage time as the Rain Academy press for an equalizer. It was a good battle from Amans, but in the end, it will go out for a goal kick.
This has been an exciting game. It's just both ends of the field and the attack have been dangerous countless times. Now it's just that final touch or final pass through or honestly final shot to get it in the net.
Millis and Young have been tremendous in the center of defense for the Michigan Hawks.
I agree.
There's Millis intervening once again.
Millis and Young are a good duo. You have Young that's strong and powerful through, and then Millis seems to be that player to intercept the balls more, and you always want that with those two center backs.
Mooney. Akers. Got to get the ball forward. Toomey. Oh, it's an excellent overlap. Just a bit too heavy of a touch, and anywhere will do as it's sent out of bounds.
Rain's definitely gotten numbers forward, possibly changed their formation a bit to get more numbers in, and it's working. Now can we see if they get one?
Akers plays it in the danger area. It's over Pendleton, but off the crossbar. Somehow it stays in, and Woodward gets the equalizer in stoppage time.
It's good to see Woodhall finish that. She's been a big part of this second half of just great crosses and being, getting on the end of things, and now you can see it actually paid off.
The U-15 international with a goal and an assist to pull the Rain back from 2-0 down to 2-2 in stoppage time. The easiest of touches in the end, but she put herself in that situation with what is literally the last touch of the game, and an excellent match finishes here. Michigan Hawks 2, the Rain Academy 2. What a match, Sarah Chapman.
And just that assist was Akers there. She got her her head up early. Great ball bending and just kind of, it was perfect there, header there, and then you just head it back in and make it easy. It was good to see the fight, the battle. And both ends were playing a little bit different styles, but in the end, both worked. It was a really fun match to watch.
What did you enjoy most about what the Michigan Hawks did?
Michigan Hawks, they seem direct in a positive way. It's just direct into actual feet, not just into space. But when they could play the ball in, they would beat that back line very well. And they had some good pace up top as well. I would play that way as well.
And same question for the Rain Academy.
And the Rain, I like how they stayed with their system of playing out of the back. Really, their center backs getting so deep, but then really still finding Akers in that defensive mid pocket. And it worked. It did work because Akers is a playmaker, and they could find those players forward and finding some good shots in.
Well, two of the best teams in the country gave us one of the best games of this spring showcase as it ends. The Michigan Hawks 2, Rain Academy 2. For Sarah Chapman and everyone at U.S. Soccer, I'm Mark Serber saying so long from McPherson Stadium, where it ends. Michigan Hawks 2, Rain Academy 2.